you know what a noxious weed is? Do you know what that definition is? Those are weeds by law that farmers are required to get under control and prevent from going to seed. This is one of them. This is one of the world's top 10 worst weeds. This is called Johnson grass. You can see they're about 6 foot tall here. It spreads by rhizomes. The patch is now at least 25 feet long, and more than that even. It's even mixed in with some other noxious weed. There's also a Canadian thistle in here. In case you don't know, there are 5 noxious weeds classified by the Maryland Department of Agriculture. 3 of them are thistles: Canadian thistle, musk thistle, and bull thistle. Those are 3. And then this grass, which is Johnson grass, and another grass called shattercane, which is very similar, very tall grass like this. Come on over, let's try to identify this. This happens to be in seed right now. Look at these gorgeous seed panicles. You might confuse these a little bit with Fall Panicum, but it's a lovely seed head. It's described as pyramidal, which means shaped like a Christmas tree. They're beautiful. They make enormous numbers of seeds. The seeds are consumed by birds. They love eating them. The farmers despise this because it actually can reduce the production in their fields by 30 to 40%, and it contaminates their corn harvests. Once they harvest and shell the corn, if these seeds are in it, the quality of the money that they're going to get for their corn is off. So the farmers want to control this. By law, they have to control it. So let's take a look at how you would identify this. One really easy distinguishing characteristic is this white vein that comes right down the center of the leaf. The leaf is probably 2 feet long. See that white midrib vein coming right down the center? And on the back, it's kind of raised. If I were to turn it over, it's kind of raised. When I run my finger over it, I can feel it. So very prominent center mid vein. But did you know the method for identifying grass is really not the leaf itself, but it's where the leaf meets the reed or the stem of the grass? That's the critical component for identifying. So come on over here and let's do a close inspection. When I peel down this leaf, there's this little region that sticks up, and this is called a collar. Can you see that little collar on there? That collar is a ligule, and it's used for identification. This happens to be a membranous little collar, and it's hairy. Hopefully you can see those little striated hairs on that. That could help you to identify it as well. The leaf is glabrous, which means no hair on the front or the back. So typically, they say sometimes you can find hair on it, but large plant, huge rhizomes underneath of the ground, which is part of the reason it can spread so well. It is still used as a foraging crop in some parts of the United States. Yet it is classified as noxious. Go figure that one out, I can't. But it is named for Colonel William Johnson. He brought it here to the United States in something in the early 1800s. It was introduced for a foraging crop, and then since then it has just escaped, and it's traveled. You can find it throughout the whole United States. So you need to be on watch for this because it is classified as noxious. And not that we're going to call the local weed police to come and control this, but it is something that if you find large areas of this in agronomic crops, feel free to contact the Maryland Department of Agriculture to bring this particular weed under control. So there it is. This is Johnson grass. Did I tell you the name? It's Sorghum halepense. So the other one you could confuse it with is shattercane, but shattercane does not spread by the same rhizomes that this big guy does. So there you go. One of the bad noxious weeds that you need to be aware of, master gardeners.